Hello Cancer, welcome to your June 2018 reading. So I am shuffling your cards, that's why I'm like looking down right now. So I am already hopping away here. So how was last month for you Cancer? Drop me a comment below, let me know what's going on. If you're watching this in June, then let me know just kind of what's cracking, how you're feeling. Okay, I love to know, love to offer support where I can as well to my Cancer family. Because if some of you don't know already, my moon sign is in Cancer. So I do feel I have a very strong connection with Cancers. So it's always great to talk to you guys. So before, while we're waiting for your cards to pop out here, and before I get into the astrology highlights of the month of June, I do want to mention that I'm doing a 4-week-long personal horoscope special in my Etsy shop. There's only 8 available. Some of them have already started going. All right, so it's going fast, but you get a personal reading each week for 4 weeks, so four readings total. And so, I give you a personal horoscope for each week and what the highlights are. And then also what, based on your own personal chart and energy, what days are most astrologically lucky for you, Cancer. So I include all of that. It's only $22, okay? So that's why this special is hot and going. So I'll leave that link and information below in the descriptions, okay? But back to your June reading. June 13th is whenever the new moon will be this month in the sign of Gemini. Gemini, of course, is ruled by Mercury, and so, it feels really good there. I believe Mercury will be in the sign of Gemini for part of June as well. And so like there's this extra sort of energy and highlight around the way we communicate, the way we're speaking, the way we're writing. And since this is a new moon that's happening in the sign of Gemini, to me this is about highlighting what new approaches, what new ways, what new approaches and ways can we take towards those things. And even our sort of how we mentally process and break things down. What new sort of approach can we take with some of that? Some of us it'll be maybe pretty radical of a change, of a look that we need to adjust with this new moon. And some of us it'll be kind of subtle things. So pay attention to that, Cancer. I'm sure you will. You feel pretty much every moon. June 28th is when the full moon will be, and that will be in the sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn is your polar opposite. It is the sign that is opposite of you. It's an earth sign, Cancer. It is complementary for you. Person I am dating has their moon in the sign of Capricorn. So, there's a little bit of something going on there. So, with Capricorn full moon, the moon feels at her most sort of organized, the need to organize and structure things in your life that have been lacking, where there's a little disorganization or just chaos and messiness. It's about getting those things straight, okay? So that moon will highlight a lot of that, and it can also highlight some of those imposed limitations that we put on ourselves, and also maybe any issues or problems surrounding authority figures, bosses, managers, as big as just corporations, governments. That full moon can bring up where we feel restricted or in control by those sort of people and elements in our life. So, just things to be aware of. And Cancer, also Neptune and Mars go retrograde this month in June as well. I'll talk a little bit more on that here as I let you look at your cards. And I'm going to go ahead and draw you a rune stone for the crossing energy as well. Neptune and Mars are not as strong as like a Mercury retrograde, but the Mars one you might feel a little bit more. Alright, Cancer. Your rune stone for the month of June is Fehu here. Cancer, there is a feeling here in June of self-defeat. Do you feel defeated? Are you starting to feel this sort of feeling of defeat or self-defeat maybe? I feel like, you know, a lot of you you're sitting in this place with the Five of Cups where you're just feeling a little down. You know, June here, you might just be feeling a little down in the dumps. You may not necessarily be seeing things with a whole lot of clarity, especially at the beginning of the month here. And there is a feeling of loss. You know, some of you Cancers, you might be feeling the lack or experiencing a little bit of loss in money. Okay, we're going to talk face to face here with the rest of this. There is a feeling and a strong message here saying that this could be resolved around money and your wealth. And where you're feeling, you know, where you feel prosperous at. And there being a lack there. There being a sense, like I said, of defeat is what's ringing for you Cancers, okay? Here, to me, this is saying that maybe some of you have needed a little extra support from someone. You know, working towards balancing out your finances and that place of prosperity and of comfort in your wealth for you. You know, whatever that is exactly. There's something here about a lot of you experiencing, working towards a new sort of level. I feel like a lot of you have been working towards a new level, but, you know, in sort of working up to that level or trying to find that thing that gives you this sort of satisfaction there that you want, you know, you've had to experience a little bit of loss, a little bit of turnover, a little bit of turnaround, and you've had to ask or receive some help. And, you know, and there's no shame. I feel like it's important for you to know, Cancer, you don't need to feel ashamed for that, okay? And it happens to all of us where, you know, sometimes we hit a bump in the road, you know, and we have to ask for help. Receive it. And understand here, Cancer, that you are being supported. Look, there's these people, there's these elements here, those cups that are showing up in the back here for you saying, look, we got something for you. You're being supported, Cancer. So there's a feeling and a message here of saying, don't get wrapped up so much here in June in feelings of self-defeat. Because yes, you might experience some of the loss. You know, with Fehu, it is all about climbing towards new heights and, you know, grasping that new game. So, and I feel like Fehu here is really encouraging you with what is showing up here for you and supporting you in whatever way, Cancer, is it's exactly what you need. It may not be coming to you exactly how you want. You may not necessarily be doing it all by yourself. You know, you're a cardinal sign. You like to do and implement, right? And carry out. I get that. I understand that. But the message is here. It's okay this month in June for you to receive and not feel ashamed for it. Not to just, you know, don't focus on that shame, that sense of lack here. Throw it out the window. Because you're on the right path, Cancer, is the message here with Fehu. You're on the right path to creating that, you know, that wealth or prosperity for yourself. But along the journey here of doing that, you're going to have to, you know, receive a little bit of help. And it's okay. It's fine. Take the help. Okay, that's the message. The Five of Swords here is showing up in your near future. To me, this is a... Sorry, that's my dog. My dog is dreaming right now. She's like barking and whining in her sleep. So anyways, so with the Five of Swords here, to me this is... Honestly, Cancer, do you want the truth? To me, this is you kind of being a little stubborn. A little sort of bitey. I'm getting just a little bitey with, you know, maybe your words. Or to receiving a little bit of assistance from someone. And people are kind of like, well, if you don't want it, we're just going to walk away then. We're not going to fight you. We're not going to fight you on this, Cancer. And, you know, the other side of that coin, you know, could be you in this position where you're like, well, I don't want to have to deal with the strings that are attached to that or to that specific person. You know, this could be cautioning you a little bit to be sure, you know, take some caution in who you receive and ask help from this month. That is showing up for you, Cancer. But I feel like a lot of it has to do with you, Cancer, saying, or being a little too stubborn in some ways, being like, no, I want to do it myself, you know, and I'm going to stick to my own guns and willpower. And, you know, these other people back here are just like, well, if you really don't want the help, you know, I'm not going to ask a second, third, or fourth time, you know. I'm only going to ask so many times, Cancer. So, the message to me there is, no, you can receive what is being offered here, Cancer, in June. Receive what is being offered. There is some sort of quick turnaround or sense of... This is happening a lot with the water signs. You're the last water sign I'm doing, Cancer, for the month of June here. And this kind of energy is popping up for the water signs, where there's an emotional sort of energy that might be just kind of flooding in for you, because, I mean, this type of energy and emotional sort of grieving a little bit is, and you know, just upset is here for a lot of the water signs, especially Pisces as well. So you might find some comfort with some other water signs because they're going through the same thing. But the thing is there is some sort of very direct and maybe sort of harsh approach in words, you know, in something that is being said, something that's being delivered to you, Cancer, that is just it's gonna come across harsh. And it might be the truth of something that you don't necessarily want to hear, Cancer, but the truth is coming It's coming at you. It's fine at you. Okay? And it may be a little uncomfortable. It may be a little upsetting. But with the energy that's going on, you know, it'll be Gemini season most of the time here in June. So, you know, that is that energy. You know, it's Gemini's an air sign. And, you know, then we have that Capricorn full moon happening at the end of the month, which is about kind of getting strict with yourself and with the truth, with what needs to be restructured or organized or whatever, you know. So there is that energy around, and it just might cause a little bit more emotional, sort of la-di-da-di-da. But Cancer, ultimately, the message is you can accept, you can receive, you can, you know, you don't have to fight it so much. Sure, exercise some caution maybe for some of you about who you receive from. But there is a sense of receiving this month, okay? We will do a full Celtic cross spread, Cancer, in the extended reading. And then I'll also draw you an animal spirit guide, your animal spirit for the month of June, okay? So we'll go in more depth here and see what this is about and what your little guide is. But before we leave here and go to the extended, I do want to mention too, the Starlight Rituals do-it-yourself energy work is available in my Etsy shop. Okay, and so there's those, and then those dragon egg organic bath bombs and salts are going to be available at the end of June. You can pre-order in the next couple of days here as well. So I'm really excited about those. You know, for me, whenever I'm in water, in a bath, it's the best time for intuitive downloads to come in and then just to relax and ground. So that's why I'm so passionate about it. That's why I'm doing it with the herbal artist. So woohoo! And so yeah, thank you so much, Cancer, for your likes, for your comments, and all of your shares. It really does help support my channel and the work and energy that I put into these videos, okay? So thank you. And I will see most of you in the extended reading. Bye for now.